Hello, dear mentors. Uh, this session is about making technical, build up of a technical platform or structure to the business idea. So it's about the startup lab that has to go under testing, learning, and growing. I made sure I explain it in greater detail, and to give it more emphasis, I have shared the personal project with you in order to make sure that it's nailed down. And of course, we'll get the chance again to discuss greater details if we get to see each other again, plus our face-to-face session. So to get started, I called it the startup lab simply because we are putting again a technical format into our idea. So Lean Startup and Lean Canvas, they are essential tools for building and validating business ideas quickly and efficiently. So what we're doing here is that we're putting our ideas into a structure and into a written format. A written format to make us view actually what we are talking about, what we're dealing about, and what type of business venture we're building, and the different components of a venture, along with a step-by-step fill-in format of the canvas. The Lean Startup is a methodology developed by Eric Rice. He's the Lean Startup methodology who focused on the Lean Startup methodology on reducing waste and increasing learning through rapid experimentation and iterative product or service development. So that's what we're doing this. Lean Canvas is a one-page business model template created by Joria as a startup-focused adaptation of the business model canvas. And Lean Canvas is also a very concise and one-page business plan that helps entrepreneurs map out key elements of their business idea and help visualize and test ideas. So as I told you, it's a structure that we fill out that will help us put in an image into our thoughts. And of course, dispatch our thinking formats into a more structured canvas. So the Lean Startup Essentials, of course, we're going to talk my agenda. Our agenda is going to be focused on the following. I will talk about Lean Startup Essentials and Lean Canvas Essentials. And now you're going to notice the difference between them, how they work together and how they complement each other. Then I'll move on to the template and I'll discuss it in details and how we get started by which and why. And then the Lean Canvas example, which is a fit snap, that's a general one. And then I will share with you a business idea and show you through the path on how to build it. And of course, this is about training other people on the same manner. So the essentials of the Lean Startup is, first of all, look at the loop of build, measure, learn, and build, measure, lean. It's a loop. Okay, one complements the other, and we cannot achieve one without finishing the other. Start with the minimum viable product, known as the MVP. Test it with real users, gather feedback, and iterate. We're not talking about real business. We're talking about sharing the idea. And we're going to get into details about the MVP. A minimum viable product is a test, is a small prototype. Next course is going to be more detailed about this, but this is just to get us started. We have to test it with real users. Let's see, we can actually go out in the market or in the field and make sure that we tap on people's opinion when it comes to our idea. We gather feedback. People are in, are out, they're interested, not interested, willing to spend out as much. What do they think? Have they been through that, done that, have shared this, have seen this idea before? What are their thoughts? What are they trying now? What they would love to try in the future? Are they able to pay the minimum? What's the maximum they'll be able to pay for it? Where they are, who they are, would they leave? A bunch of information that can help us iterate our idea. From here, we move to use data from real customer interactions to validate assumptions and guide decision. And that's the validated learning. From all what we have done in the build, measure, and learn, we have to make sure that we use those customers' interactions to make sure, are our assumptions valid or not? Are they going to guide our decision? If yes, we pivot. If no, we persevere. Based on feedback, we either refine the idea, which is pivoting, which as we make it cleaner, clearer, more marketable, more visible, more acceptable and assessed by the market, or we continue on the current path, we persevere. We stay with the same. We either make it embellish, we refine it, or keep it as it is and we persevere. And then we track the progress using actionable metrics, not vanity metrics like downloads or page views. Means that we have to make sure that we again make some innovative accounting decisions to track how things are going to be actionable. Are there any startup funds? And if they are, what are they? Are we going to buy or rent? Are we going to actually train or get people already trained? How are we going to measure those accounting procedures? Now, the next point is the Canva itself. I put it up here simply because I put in numbers into it. Because when we think about a business idea, it comes from a source, and the source is the problem. So the problem will be number one. We're tackling an idea based on a real problem, and we basically have to state top 3 problems that this idea is gonna actually solve, because we never start by I'm doing this and though. No, thank you. I need you to start by why you're doing this. Are people suffering from something? Are people in need of this? Are people lacking this? Are people not comfortable with what's going on? Are they happy with the available tools or not? Do they want to refine it, and how? So basically track down the top 3 problems that people are suffering from, or they are considered obstacles that drive the start or the birth of the decision. From here, we move to number 2, directly customer segments. We target who the customers are. Young people between this age and this age group. Are they working? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they living here? What age are they? Where do they work? What do they do? What are their interests? Who they are? What are their leisure spending? What is the minimum spending? What is their income? Bunch of information that can actually track, link them to the problems. The third point is the unique value proposition, and it should be a single one, very clear, compelling message that states why are you different and worth buying. We can call it a distinctiveness. What is it that you're doing that exists in the market or that the rivals are doing that is different? That's pretty much your differentiation. Number 4 is the idea itself, is the solution. So again, it's number 4. And once you're gonna get into the pitching models and how to pitch and so on, you never start. You never start with the idea. You start with the problem, see whom you're tackling, get to the unique value proposition, how you're different in the market, then you suggest your solution. Number 5 is the unfair advantage. Can't be equally copied or bought. Is your business idea easily copied? While you're thinking about it, are there other people doing or thinking the same thing? Means that you have to make sure that you are offering something that has some uniqueness. It's close to the unique value proposition, but it should be stronger a little bit. Number 6 will be the revenue stream. Where will you gain your profit from? Advertising, sales, production, distribution, manufacturing, what? You precise. Your revenue market, your gross margin, that's very important. Bottom line, you have to have what's known as the magic formula, which is the source of your revenue. Where is it going to come from? You may have different ones. You may have a single one. It depends on the product or service that you're offering. Number 7 is the cost structure. Customer acquisition cost, the People means that here you're differentiating pretty much between your expenses, the long term, the short term, the initial startup, how, I mean, who is involved and how much money do you need and how much money is requested from you. It's the assets, it's liabilities, it's the expenses. Okay. Number 8 is the key metrics, is the key activities you measure. What is it doing that you're in your business in detail? And you may have a lot of key metrics, and those are the ones from which you're going to drag your revenue stream. Number 9 are channels, which is the path to customers. How will you reach them? Insta, Facebook, Twitter, combination of 3, TikTok, direct sales, you name it. Different means of reaching your target market. Okay. The next point is how those two work together. Means we're talking here about the lean Canva, lean startup, and lean Canva, and how they work with each other. Lean startup, it provides the process for testing and iterating. And lean Canva provides the structure, means that you can think of a process and put it down. But the Canva gives you the structure on capturing and refining the business model. Together, they help entrepreneurs move faster, stay focused, and build products that truly meet customer needs. And when we talk about those essentials, we have to put in mind the fact that all of them are important, but the most important one is the problem itself, because without a problem we don't have, not a solution, we don't even have a business idea. You really have to think deeper into what the problem you are solving. Okay. You definitely uh, involve the cost, the market, the people, for the single reason that all those have to be tested. So you look for the problem first, the customers next, unique value proposition, then the solution. Those 4 steps are the most important in Lean Canvas. And of course, the Lean Startup Essentials can have the loop and the validated learning and the pivot or persevere, the innovative accounting, and so on. Now, back to the template again. The problem, this is just another view of the template. Little bit more details. Top 1, 2, 3 problems you're solving. Who are the target customers? Followed by what makes your solution unique and compelling? What are the top features and approaches that solve the business problem, which is the solution, which is the idea itself? How will you reach the customers? How will you make money? How are the major costs, development, marketing, operations, and so on? What numbers will tell you if you're succeeding or retaining or growing your business? And what do you have that can't be easily copied or bought? Now I have an example of Lean Canva of a fit snap, and it's an application. To solve the problem, we are talking about inconsistent fitness tracking, lack of visual progress, motivation, and difficulty in measuring body changes. We're targeting fitness enthusiasts, personal trainers, people starting weight loss programs or muscle gain journeys. The unique value proposition, what is different is that we're tracking your transformation visually, and we are keeping you motivated with smart progress insights via the app. The solution is the AI-powered photo analysis and progress timeline and personalized fitness insights. This is what they're doing it. They're doing it via an app store, iOS or Android, social media ads, and influencer partnership. This is the way they're going to reach those people. Freemium model with premium subscription. It's an in-app purchase for coaching plans. App development will be the startup cost. AI model training and marketing support, that will be the by what we are getting started. The next point is the cost, the key metrics. Key metrics is what number we tell you, again, if you're succeeding, retaining, or growing. The key metrics for this app is daily active users, subscription conversion rate, and retention rate. Means that you are tracking who are the new users, who are the people who have quit or uh, unsubscribed, and people who did subscribe, and who are the one who stayed and for how long. This is to keep track of your business. Just like if you're selling a product or a service, you're tracking how many people are still opting for your product or service, and how many people are in, and how many people are interested, and so on. And fair advantage is a proprietary AI model trained on diverse body types, community-driven and community-driven motivation features. Means that these are things that could be potential, as if we're tracking the potential rivals to the business. What will they be doing? Now, to make this actually talk into a real story, which I hope will be the case for you, because once you share, you have the impression to train better. I have shared the business idea with you that is mine, and is the case of a typical Moroccan sweet called Slou and cookies. The lean startup method focuses on building a business model through experimentation, validated learning, and iterative product releases. And here is how it applies to your idea. We said we have to build, measure, and learn. We start with the minimum viable product, which is a small batch of the best product and cookies. We do testing. We package them simple, attractively, like into jars or craft bags or hand written labels, depends small packages, nice ribbons, make them look cute. And we're talking about a very small batch, like 20 pieces serving 20 people. I can increase it to 40, but we are only testing. We sell them through WhatsApp, Instagram, and local markets. I create an app and I'll be like, we are selling this Moroccan typical sweet, and we are in a testing mode. We track what sells the best, which flavors, and what size and or packaging. So we are thinking, we are actually gathering people's insights. And then we ask for feedback. Do they taste good? Are they sweet enough, salty enough? Do you feel that they are healthy enough or they are fatty enough? What about the packaging? What about the delivery experience? Means that you tap on every single aspect of the product. You use simple tools like Google Forms or Instagram polls to make sure that you measure your data. And you learn whether people are buying for themselves or as gifts only. Are they going to be willing to buy more in the future? Do they prefer traditional or modern twists? What is it? And you use this data to refine the recipe and pricing and marketing. Means that probably people are going to be more into different tastes or recipes. They will probably, they thought that the product is a little bit pricey, so you can actually upgrade the weight on each package, keep the same price, or reduce the weight and reduce the price. And of course, what do they think about the marketing? Now, what we have seen is the lean startup. Let's look at now the lean canvas for this project. I told you it's a one-page business plan that help us map out our idea quickly. And here is a filled-in version tailored to our idea. The problem, lack of high-quality homemade Moroccan treats like slou with modern packaging and delivery. And if we get, inshallah, the day we're going to meet, I'll make sure that we talk deeply about this idea, and we're going to share it in a better format and explain to you what is this treat about. We are targeting busy professionals, gift buyers, health-conscious snackers, and expats craving for traditional flavors. And our unique value proposition is authentic Moroccan slou and cookies, handmade with love, beautifully packaged, and delivered to your door. To solve small batch production, curated flavors, eco-friendly packaging, and local delivery or pickup. This is what we are offering. This is the idea itself. We're doing it through Instagram, WhatsApp, local markets, and word of mouth. And our direct sales are going to be our revenue stream, gift boxes, seasonal specials like Ramadan, Eid, and holidays. For the cost structures, we're going to be actually the ingredients, of course, the raw material, the packaging, the delivery, the marketing, and the kitchen equipment to prepare those treats. The key metrics is repeat customers, whether we have people who have ordered and we ordered, and we're going to check also the order volume, how much and how many they have ordered over a limited time span. Customer satisfaction, whether they're happy, not happy, they want something to be different, changed. Again, as I told you earlier, is it about flavors? What is it? Instagram engagement, whether they are, what did Instagram give me in terms of views and likes and prefer and comments and so on. And for advantage, authentic family recipes, personal touch, local reputation, and fast delivery. These are the things that may actually the rivals may think of having in order to little bit come into our way. And we can bypass, because rivals again are threats, but they're not to be threats, not to be eliminated, but we need to have enough tools to bypass their activities. To conclude, not to end, because this is such a great way of putting our business idea into structures. The Lean Startup and Lean Canvas, they help us understand how to turn ideas into successful business without wasting time or money. We don't just go into the markets and throw our idea, but we test it before. Instead of guessing what customers want, we want actually to see exactly what they want rather than just guess. These tools teach us to test our ideas, get feedback, and make improvements along the way. And improvements are always made as we are progressing into the idea. The Lean Canvas makes it easier to plan a business by putting all important parts, like customers, problems, and solution, on one simple page. And of course, it helps us see what works and what doesn't, so we can adjust quickly. At the end, the Lean approach is about learning fast, staying flexible, and focusing on what really matters, like creating something that people need and value at all times, so we can reach on sustainability. So our discussion questions for this would be the biggest advantage of using the Lean Startup methodologies over the traditional business planning approach. And how do you define validated learning? Can you give us an example from your own experience or a case? Which block of the Lean Canvas do you think is the most critical to get it right first, and why? And how does the Lean Canvas help us clarify assumptions in a business idea? And how would you use it to pitch your idea to investors or stakeholders? And what are the limitations of the Lean Canvas? When might you need a more detailed business plan? Before closing up, I want to share with you a business. I told you about business idea that I have shared, and if I want to make it into my Instagram strategy, I will think about defining the brand identity, using the hashtag strategy, engaging tactics like stories, like reels, like dedicated direct messages and comments. We can sell through Instagram using highlights and Linktree and limited time offers like Eid Box, as I told you, winter treats, and collaborate with local influencers and food bloggers, runaway giveaways, tag two friends and win a cookie box, use geotags for different regions in your area, and track performance with the insight like best time, top pulse, and follower growth. You can do also a weekly, a content plan for the week, where on every day you will focus on a specific content like behind the scenes, product spotlight, customer love, lifestyle and culture, and you make the examples. You give the examples on how you're gonna post your idea. You can actually do a close up with flavor description and repost testimonials or delivery pictures, and set up a small video about your treat being served in a specific day. You can do the first product line using touchy and relate to the theme of the products. Make it an experience rather than just a simple product or service. And that's what we're selling. Bottom line, we are selling experience. And then you can describe different types of product line, like either cookies in a jar or the treat, the Moroccan treat I told you, with the different flavors, with different type mix and match different types of flavors into one product. And you do the add-ons, the personalized gift bags or tags, the theme for Ramadan and special occasions for your community or your country or culture. And of course, best thing to do is to do a customer feedback. How did you know about us? What do you order all the time? How do you rate the taste? How would you rate the packaging? What do you think about the delivery? Is it a pickup smooth or on time? What do you love the most about the order? And how can we improve it? What do you recommend or would you recommend us to others? And of course, whether you are able to share the feedback with others. So I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. We're still gonna talk. Next one is about the prototype, and now we're coming into building the idea finally and retesting again as we progress. Thank you very much.